Welcome to my another video on class 12th biology chapter 5 principles of inheritance and variation. I am Dr. Kailash Meena going to discuss Mendel's principles or laws of inheritance. So let's start our video. What will be the learning outcomes after watching this video for the students? That students will be able to understand the observations on Mendel's monohybrid crosses as principles or laws of inheritance. The first law or law of dominance and the second law or law of segregation. So what are those laws? In my previous video we have discussed about monohybrid cross and the results of monohybrid cross. We have also discussed three generations, namely parental generation, first filial or F1 generation, second filial or F2 generation, and we also discussed about the results of the F2 generation as phenotypic ratio 3:1 and genotypic ratio 1:1. This figure in the left side of the video summarizes that process, because this figure is very important, because if we are discussing those results we need to look back on those results every time. So based on his observations on monohybrid crosses, Mendel proposed two general rules to consolidate his understanding of inheritance in monohybrid cross. The first was law of dominance and the second was law of segregation. So what was the law of dominance? As we have seen that in F1 generation there was only one character which was expressing itself. That character was called as a dominant character, and the character which was not able to express itself in F1 generation was called as recessive character. So what is dominant? So in this monohybrid cross we have discussed the F1 generation as in the example of plant height. There we can see that all plants are having one allele for tall plant, which is denoted as capital T, and the second allele for dwarf plant, which is denoted by small t. All plants are having both of the genes, but all plants are showing the phenotypically same feature as the parental tall plant, which is tall. So this law of dominance says that when the two alleles of a genotype are different, as we can see in the F1 generation, only the trait encoded by one of them, the dominant allele, is observed. It means the allele which is able to express itself is called dominant allele, and the allele which is not able to express itself in F1 generation is called a recessive allele, the dwarf allele, the allele which encodes dwarfness in this example. So one question for us is that how did Mendel know that each of his pea plants carried two alleles encoding a characteristic? See, this also was concluded by Mendel that genetic factors or genes encodes for observable features which are characters, and these genetic factors occurs in pairs in individual organisms, and in that pair if both are the same, that plant is called pure or homozygous, or if both are dissimilar, then that plant or organism is called heterozygous or hybrid. And in hybrid organism only dominant allele is able to express itself. So how did he know that each organism have two alleles, not one allele for one character? So let's see how he know. Actually he know this thing because of the phenotypic ratio or results of F2 generation, because in F1 generation all plants were showing tall phenotype, all plants were tall, but in F2 generation there were 25% dwarf plant. So these dwarf plants in F2 generation have no parent with dwarfness feature. So if the tall plants are producing dwarf plants, then we can conclude that these tall plants are having one allele for tallness, that is why they are looking tall, and one allele for dwarfness, because in F2 generation or in their next generation they are able to produce dwarf plants. So the law of dominance as stated by our NCERT book was, number one statement is characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. So Mendel called those genetic units as factors. Now we know that those units are called genes, and they are made up of DNA. We will learn about this in chapter 6, molecular basis of inheritance. Number 2, factor occurs in pairs. How did he know? Because in F2 generation, the reappearance of recessive trait confirms the appearance of factors in pairs. Third one, in a dissimilar pair of factors, it means in heterozygote organism, one member of the pair is dominant and the other is recessive. So the law of dominance is used to explain the expression of only one parental character in a monohybrid cross in the F1 and the expression of both in the F2. It also explains the proportion of 3 to 1 obtained by the F2. So this was the law of dominance. In some books we will see 4 laws were given by the Mendel. In some books we will see 3 laws were given by the Mendel, and in some books we will see the 2 laws were given by the Mendel. Let's not confuse by it, because sometimes these statements are also called concept of dominance. Sometimes one book only considers law of segregation and law of independent assortment as Mendel's 2 laws. Some books like our NCERT book considered 3 laws. First is law of dominance, second one is law of segregation, and the third one is law of independent assortment. And other books consider 4 laws. For example, first is law of unit factors, second one is law of dominance, third one is law of segregation, and the fourth one is law of independent assortment. So there are so many ways to describe the results of Mendelian monohybrid and dihybrid crosses. In this video we are only discussing Mendelian monohybrid cross. So according to our NCERT we are discussing only 2 laws. The first law of dominance we have cleared. Let's move to the another law, the law of segregation. What is this law and what do we mean by segregation? Segregation means separation of things. So here segregation means the segregation of alleles during gamete formation in any individual. See, again, the reappearance of recessive character in the F2 generation confirms that each individual of F1 generation or in any generation having 2 alleles for one character. And in F1 generation there are hybrid organisms which are having one allele for dominant and the second allele for recessive. So what is law of segregation? Law of segregation says that when any individual produces gametes, the 2 alleles separate so that each gamete receives only one member of the pair of alleles. This is the Mendel's second law. Let it explain by another statements. The law of segregation states that each individual organism possesses 2 alleles that can encode a characteristic. These alleles segregate when gametes are formed and one allele goes into each gamete. Let's see this diagram and consider this. In the F1 generation we are seeing that the tall plant is having genotype of capital T and small t, and when gametes are forming there are 2 types of gametes which are shown here by these circles. So the one gamete is receiving allele for capital T and the another one is receiving the allele for small t. So this is the law of segregation. During formation of gametes, alleles separate from each other which are encoding for one character. In this, in a simple term, we can denote by this. Now, so these are the 2 laws discussed in our NCERT book. Let's review again them. The first one was law of dominance and the second one was law of segregation. What was law of dominance? That each individual carries 2 factors or 2 alleles for one character, and in hybrid organism or in organism which is having dissimilar pair, one allele shows dominance and the another allele shows recessiveness. What is dominance? the dominant allele is expressed to is able to express itself in F1 generation, and the recessive allele is not able to express itself in F1 generation. And how Mendel knows that this is true, or any individual having is surely having two alleles for each character? Because of reappearance of recessive character in F2 generation, which was 25%, 3:1 ratio. And what is law of segregation? Law of segregation says that during gamete formation, alleles for a gene or alleles for a character segregate so that each gamete receives one allele, and because of that we receive parental combinations in F2 generation again. So this is also called law of purity of gametes, because this shows that although in F1 generation there is only dominant phenotype is showing, but the allele for the recessive allele is also having its own existence, and when it will have chance, it will express itself in the pure form. It means the dwarf plant we are going to obtain in F2 generation will be exactly similar to the parental generation. There will be no mixing of traits. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and our next topic will be inheritance of two genes or Mendel's dihabit cross. Thank you so much.